Hi, welcome to laurasfundora. Today I'm going to show you how I made the crab from Moana costume for a little nephew of mine. So let's get started. Okay, so I first drew it out. I wanted the crab shell to look like big enough for his feet to kind of be tucked under and he could crawl on the floor. I got my son, who's about the same height as my nephew, and I had him lay on a large piece of parchment paper and trace out the size of the shell that I wanted. This is going to be my pattern, and then I cut out the gold part. So the gold fabric, I only got half a yard of it, so I could just kind of lay half of it on the shell and then lay the other half and have a seam down the middle. This will create kind of the bump shape of the shell. Then after cutting out the gold part, you're going to get some purple fleece. And I got 2 yards of this purple fleece to do all the crab hands and the crab legs. And you're going to put the 2 gold pieces onto the purple fleece and cut that out. I had my son come back and put his hand on some parchment paper and traced out a crab hand, kind of the size I wanted. And the finger part is going to be attached part, kind of a pocket, sewn pocket sort of reverse thing. I cut that out of the fleece, the thumb part, and the huge crab part. Then I cut out the legs, and I had 2 sections for the legs. I had kind of a straight section and then a pointed section. And I cut those out. There's 6 of them because his legs are going to be counted as the 10th legs because there's 10 legs of a crab, I believe. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to zigzag sew these pieces together. So I sewed down the middle of the gold part, and then I sewed around and left an opening at the top part for the shell to be turned right sides out. Then I sewed an edge to the shell about 1.5 inches away from the ends. And this part I left open just so I could easily stuff some batting and make it kind of a stiff edge shell part. Okay, so to add some extra gold glitter to the hand, crab parts, and the leg parts, you're just going to cut out some random odd shapes, squares and triangles and stuff, and sew, right sides together. Then you're going to slit one of the fabric pieces and turn it right sides out. And slitting it will be hidden because you're just going to hot glue it to the fabric, that end. So I just repeated the process with the crab arms, zigzag sewed all the way around, except I left an opening where the thumb pocket part is going to be. Sewed the pocket part. Just make sure that they're all on the right ends, so when you turn it, they all have a nice clean edge, or lack of edge, raw edge sort of thing. So you're going to repeat that for the other claw. Then you're going to stuff everything. You're going to stuff the legs, and you're going to stuff the crab hands, and the shell part you're going to stuff. And I used a lot of batting and a lot of plastic bags that I have sort of thing laying around. And put the shell on some cardboard and cut out a shape of the shell and then shrink it down a couple inches. And this kind of adds the stiff part of back to the shell. And you're going to insert it into the opening of the top part. And then you're going to turn that raw edges over and sew it completely shut. Then you're going to attach all the legs. So you're going to attach the pointy parts to the straight parts, zigzag sew them together, and then attach it to the crab shell and sew it together. I added some elastic to the ends of the crab hands so that it could easily be attached to your arm and it won't slide off, sort of thing. So you just roll the edge and then insert elastic and then insert elastic in there. And then it's part of adding the gold jewels. I just got these gold jewels from Joann's. It was like a 50% off. They were like $1 for a package. So you're going to hot glue them onto the fabric. You're going to hot glue them onto the crab arms. And you're going to add some pearls and the fabric, gold fabric, you're going to hot glue just decoratively. And then the last part is adding the straps. So you're just going to fold in half, about 3 inches wide of a strap. Sew it, turn it, and then attach it to the top part of the crab. And I hot glued some Velcro to the back of the shell and the ends of the strap, just in the right spots, so that you can easily remove the shell and reattach it. That is how I made the crab from Moana. I also handmade a little Moana doll and out of felt, and I just added it to the crab for an extra detail. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you guys have an enjoyable, happy Halloween!